Hello and welcome back to another video review. Today we'll be in a different sort of filming location on my other desk. There's a different little bit of a background, but today we'll be looking at the Star Wars, the 332nd Ahsoka Clone Trooper Battle Pack. This comes with three of the 332nd Clone Troopers and one Captain Vaughn from the 332nd. In here it comes with the Swamp Speeder, um, which it's an interesting sort of build for this set. They could have gone with a lot of different things, but they went with this. It is a cool build nonetheless, but something that we didn't really see in the actual Siege of Mandalore, which is what this is based off of. So that's something you'll whatever. I'm just here for the figures, so let's us take a look at that. So this is set number 75359, a 6 plus, comes with 108 pieces. We get that really nice sort of brand new, well not brand new anymore, sort of box art with this stripe. We get the sort it continues with the sort of coloring of the behind the figures. So we get the orange stripe there, we get the orange stripe behind the figures there. We got the 332nd in a sort of battle stance. They're fighting off presumably some Mandalorians, so this is pretty cool. Looking at the top of the box here, we have Captain Vaughn as our sort of one-to-one, and a bunch of stuff here. There's the Lego, there's Disney. Sadly, opening the box, I had some trouble. You can see that it's absolutely destroyed, but we do get that nice Clone Wars 20. We get a nice sort of different view of the Swamp Speeder, and at the back of the set, we have the Swamp Speeder at a different angle. We get the troops sort of in a fighting stance again. We get our sort of, there's a little mini cannon off to the side that we can see here, and you can see that it does sort of shoot off, and you can swirl it around. Also, we get the set number again, and Lego with Star Wars there, Disney on the bottom, and Lego.com on the bottom right. Without further ado, let us take a look at the actual set and see what we see. So here we have the set out and built, and we have all our figures out. So first we'll take a look at this sort of little gun here, just to get it out of the way. Coming up with it, it's just a few pieces, and it's very basic, but it is quite cool addition. It's a sort of second build to the actual set. So it's just a shooter, so you do that, and it shoots the stud. So you can have one of your troops sort of manning that, but it is just sort of a mini build that is not the main build. So the main build is actual Swamp Speeder. We'll sort of get the figures out of the way. We'll look at those in more detail in a second. But the actual build for this is actually quite cool, and I did enjoy sort of building it. The look of it is also really nice as well, and we get it in that sort of 501st coloring, because the 332nd is an offshoot of the 501st. The only difference between them is the helmet. We can see there they get the 501st body taken off. It is a clone, but the helmet is different, so the coloring of this would be the same as the 501st. We get two clips at the back for weapon storage for your two troops that are in the actual seat. We'll lower this a little bit. So you get two seats. They don't have any controls on them. They do just have these sort of like protection from any of the enemies. So you can kind of move those around as you see fit. At the front of the sort of build, we have two stud shooters here. So sort of weaponry. You can move them up and down a little bit, up that far and down that far, and then you can just shoot them off. There are no stickers in the set. This is the bottom of the actual speeder, and the back of it as well. So this is kind of like, looks like a wind turbine maybe. There is no sort of blade to spin, but I assume that's what that is. We get this cool sort of frame coming down with the blue of the 501st. It creates this sort of really unique sort of look to it, which is cool. But that is it for the actual build. I do enjoy it. There could have been other things to it, but that is the build we got. It is a battle pack build, so it's like whatever. I'm sure there's other things you can build with the actual pieces or with multiple sets of this. So if you get multiple, as it is a battle pack, you know, you probably can build something else. But let's look at the figures. So starting off with Clone Captain Vaughn here, we have him out and about. So he is a slightly different from the other 332nd Troopers. First of all, he has the visor similar to Clone Commander Cody of the 212th, but he also has the sort of officer numbers there on his chest. And then I do believe that is it for the front of the torso. His legs are the same as any of the other clones. Looking at the back of the torso, he's got these cool little, I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's like a jetpack. Looks like a jetpack, but it's not a jetpack. But that's the differentiate between the two troopers here. You can see he's got the standard sort of back. He's got a unique one. And then looking at the front of the torso here, we can see he does not have that sort of officer code. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but he's got a little dash there. We can see, we can zoom in a little bit so you can see there it is, and he does not have it. Other than that, he is just a standard 332nd Trooper. Nothing special about the helmet other than the visor, and nothing special about the pants. So cool to have Captain Vaughn, but it would have been nice maybe to have another trooper. I know someone pointed out it should have been Clone Captain Vaughn in the set we got a few years ago with Ahsoka and the AAT tank, I think that's the name of it, with the battle droids, and then have 4 of the actual these troopers, but alas, we got Clone Captain Vaughn. So looking at the regular troopers here, we can see he's got the Ahsoka 332nd helmet there with the 501st body. And just looking at that, it's the same as the 501st. We get one of these actually, and the other 2 are jet troopers. But again, they have the same printing. They just have the jetpack, so same printing as the other trooper, just has a jetpack. So there's 2 of the jet troopers here, and 1 of the standard sort of troop. And he just took him out, so here we go. But yeah, the only difference there. Then we have Captain Vaughn with the visor. Just wanted to do a quick comparison before we moved on. So we can see here very similar in style here for the 501st and the 332nd Trooper. Here we have Vaughn, so we have the additional badge there, but with the other sort of trooper, we can see that they are the same torso and the same legs. Obviously, different helmet to differentiate from the 501st. And again, we have Commander Cody here on the left, so we can see that they have the same visor. Both have that sort of officer like number or like badges or whatever on the top of the torso. And then, oh, that was Cody. And then looking at the back of the torso, there's a little bit of difference here, but we can see that they both have this sort of backpack there. Cody's is a little more damaged as he's been in more battles, but we can see that they are the same sort of backpack, just with different printing on it. So here we have the instructions here, just your standard instructions for the front. And again, for the inside, we have, I believe that's Captain Vaughn there. Yeah, Captain Vaughn, you can see his visor. Kind of cute there. He is our progress bar, and pretty much that is it for the actual instructions. Very, very standard. Because the visor comes in, so we got the orange clone trooper like battle thing. So we got the visors, and we do have the sort of antennas. So you can add these to your other troops as you see fit. Say you wanted to make this guy something else, we can plop one of the things on. Pop. So you can, there, now he's something else. Oh, maybe he's a specialist trooper, I'm not sure. But you can do that to your heart's content. With each of the packs that you get another one of these. So you'll have a bunch of these extra laying around. And then here we have our extra pieces. I kind of get these mixed up with another set that I built, so this might not be totally accurate to what you get. But we get a bunch of these little stud shooter for the like studs for the stud shooter, the translucent blue. And we get another piece for that stud shooter, this sort of thing that makes it launch. and then just a couple tiles and stuff like that. So nothing too crazy. So some final thoughts as we close the video out. I do think this is a really cool battle pack. We get the 332nd troopers. Um, again, with the troopers, the new troopers, we get those helmet holes, which kind of suck, but looking as that's what we have, I do quite enjoy the 332nd troopers. Again, they're just 501st, but with the actual like new helmet, which is nice, the printed helmet. The Swamp Speeder, as it is a really cool build. It could have been something else. I'm not really sure. I have to rewatch what the actual Siege of Mandalore was. It's been I haven't seen it since it came out, so I'd like to rewatch it and see maybe there was something else they could have used. But for what they use and for the build that like actually building it, it's really cool. So cool to have as well, and it's not something I believe that they had made before. Maybe they did. I can't remember now. It's nice to get the sort of 4 troopers. And again, coming off the back of the 501st battle pack, and kind of these mingled, which is cool. Captain Vaughn, it's a nice addition. Just wish it would have been like with that other set that I mentioned before, and we could have had 4 just regular troopers. 2 of these are jet troopers, which is nice. Again, with that blue of the 501st, and with the Swamp Speeder in the blue of the 501st, you can swap them. Maybe you want the 501st to use this, and the 332nd to use the cannon, so that's pretty cool. But overall, I do enjoy this set, and I will be picking up more of these as time goes on. But yeah, if you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.